Alright, what up guys, it's me, Chronic Cobra, and today I have a Sniper Flawless, I almost said MW SnD for you guys, and I'm kinda sick so my voice sounds kinda weird, but when doesn't it sound weird? And yeah, I'm just gonna kinda go over some of my previous SnD memories, and the reason I'm doing this is because SnD was one of my favorite things to play in the past. Well, you see I started out with a KSG, but it's still a pretty big challenge in itself, so let's just get right into it. And there's one more thing I have to get out of the way here. I'm going to start hyping up my montage that will probably be done by this weekend. I heard from my editor. I feel so beast saying from my editor, but anyways, let's get right into this. So back in the days, back in MW2, when I was a squeaker, actually, not in MW2. I think it was like Call of Duty 4. I don't know, but I started really playing Search and Destroy and Modern Warfare 2, and the biggest thing was SnD. And all my friends played it. We would go in there, snipe, but trickshotting wasn't that big of a thing at the time, so it was pretty fun still to just go in there with an ACR, heartbeat sensor, you know. We use such a wide variety of weapons, and it's kind of disappointing to me now. Nowadays, all these newbie players, the new players that just started playing this game, are using, like, I don't know, types and ACRs and that kind of stuff. But, yeah, I'd like to see that change and them to use more variety, because it's kind of annoying how some people, I wouldn't know exactly, oh god, pistol swap. But yeah, it's kind of annoying how people can use the same gun over and over and over and not get bored with it. Like, if I play 2 games in a row and I do well with the same gun, I have to change it up, or else the game won't have as much meaning to it as it normally would. And yeah, so I had some really good times in Modern Warfare 2 SnD, and I think if this game feels a lot more cheap in the aspect of Search and Destroy. Some game modes in this game, watch this kid get turned on, try to throwing knife, and drop shot it with the sniper. But yeah, guys, I kind of wanted to. Another thing I wanted to talk about is you guys can just appreciate the gameplay for what it is and stop announcing stuff in it. I want to talk about COD campers versus Battlefield campers, because they're both pretty bad. But the big battle is which one's worse. There's lots of aspects in which Battlefield is worse, and there's lots of different things that can make Battlefield campers worse, and Call of Duty campers are worse, and it's all bad. It's just all terrible. But one thing that makes Battlefield campers really bad is that when there's this big maps and they're camping, especially attack campers and snipers, that is the worst. Actually, it's kind of fun, but you know, it's hard when you're using an assault rifle. And I am going to go out on a whim here and say that Battlefield campers are worse, just because when you're in these situations where there's a person across the map in these large maps, and don't get me wrong, I love large maps and the whole thing where you can kill people from across the map with snipers, don't get me wrong there, but one way you can't get me wrong is that when people are playing on defense, the defensive side, it's kind of ridiculous how this, I don't know, drenched sort of way that people play defense in Battlefield. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain it. They have to sit in the same building as the MCOM station. They're camping in a 2-story next to the flag for Conquest. It's always something like that, and that's something I don't appreciate about the Battlefield campers. It's very hard to get to them when you can't really find them. But then again, it's a 12 versus 12, and normally if you go to the objective, you can find lots of people. But on the other hand, with Call of Duty, when you're fighting against a camper, you keep going back to him. He knows when you're coming. Just keep on coming to him. He'll keep killing you in the corner because the weapons are so strong. But in Battlefield, there's ways to get around that. There's ways to get around it in Call of Duty 2, but it's not as good as a counter as you would have in Battlefield, because you can just blow up the building and that kind of stuff, get a more open view on him, shoot him with a tank, he'll be gone, you know? But in Call of Duty, you'll have to stun him, flash him, jump in there, and hopefully he's not using ACR or something on that, something along those lines. Look at a double headshot, that was beautiful. I was just on fire in this game. And that's all I have to say for this commentary, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said earlier, I have a montage coming out soon this weekend, so make sure you guys are ready for that. It's supposed to be a pretty good one. I had a pretty good editor, and I had some actually pretty decent clips, so most likely it'll be the best montage I've made yet. So the game's about to end here, and I have my MSR specialist. I was like, guys, we gotta lose this game, we gotta lose it, and unfortunately we didn't end up doing that, which is a very large disappointment in itself, because I could have made this a way better game, but it's still a flawless MSR SnD. So I have one more question for you guys. Would you guys like to see Moabs, where I go out of my way to get these Moabs with, say, FADs and PM9s and LMGs and that kind of stuff, maybe even snipers, although I really think I'll have trouble with that. But yeah, so that's it, guys. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, like it, favorited it, whatever you gotta do, and peace out, guys.